I'm reading Twitter. It's like, like and retweet for your chance to win 500,000 wasps salute right to your home. Like, what? Why would I want a wasp salute to my home?
Happy 4th of July weekend. Follow us at Yoda Soda Creations podcast. Girlfriends to return to this movies TPL recent.
Yes, we survived the heat wave. Yeah, it got really bad. Like, uh,
Worst of it was worst of it was worst of it was on Monday. Strangely though, most sources say it was 111, but others said it was lower than that.
yeah,
Either way, there were some areas that had to suffer from a bit of a power outage.
I heard about that. Uh, yeah, it was just an overall sucky weekend. Uh, on the plus side, this week I did manage to get some game streaming in. So I have some Final Fantasy V 4-job fiesta for this week. I'll eventually split up into multiple parts for YouTube, but that's for another time. So yeah, got stuff done. Yay! And I actually had Friday off this week. Didn't really get much done actually. It was one of those don't really feel like doing much of anything kind of days, you know? I mean, I got a little bit done, but not much. Uh, yeah, I actually got some swim masks in the mail. We're supposed to be getting the air conditioner next Thursday. And yeah, hopefully we should be all set for the summer after that. But yeah, overall, just a kind of a quiet week. Hopefully I can get like another stream done next week. We'll see what the schedule looks like. But like, I'm hoping to get at least 2 hours per week. So it's like, yeah, next Sunday will be. I'm working next Sunday, the 11th. Yeah, yeah. Last year there was supposed to be like this big wedding. Now they actually held the main portion of it, but they decided to hold off on the actual party bit of it until now. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Thankfully, from what I've heard, it's supposedly downsized to about 80 people or so. So not too bad. But then I week the Saturday after that. So yeah, that week it will be live on the 18th. But yeah, yeah. Tonight's a nice night. Enjoyed some nice lemon herb chicken skewers. Relaxing with some mango Pepsi and water with lemon juice. Oh yeah, I actually recorded and edited some more snack videos. So I'm all set for like another 2 months or so. Yeah, funny thing. Actually, one of the drinks I had was like a lemon soda, where it's like the ingredients like lemon juice, lemon puree, carbonated water, and sugar. I'm like, ooh, this is nice and refreshing. So I started just adding lemon juice to my water. No sugar because I'm trying to watch the sugar intake. But like, hey, nice tart citrusy lemon water or diet lemonade. But yeah, it's really nice. So, how was your week? Ah, setting things off with a bang, I see. Hey, I mean, it was there. I had to.
Guess we should quickly go off with the scheduling July accordingly with that information.
Mm-hmm. Like, I always like to make sure like everyone's informed of like upcoming scheduling whatevers. Eh.
And then I can say, if you're hearing any noises in the background, let's just say that's
People can't tell what day it is.
let's just say that if you've let's just say that if your area is does not,
Fireworks.
if your area does allow fireworks, there will naturally be some people who will quote unquote rehearse for the next day, next night.
Yeah, thankfully the area I'm in, like the Vancouver area, they've actually banned fireworks. Well, okay, so I'm not too sure if it's like extends out this far, but like the type of area I'm in right now, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing where like they would really have fireworks, you know?
It would normally be kind of muffled a little bit, but since it's been but since it's usually summer towards the night, a lot of people have a tendency to open windows. So yeah,
Well, but that is fair.
I also considered having the fan on tonight, but decided against it on the possibility of the mic possibly picking things up.
Uh, yeah, like I think my fan's far enough back in my room that the sound doesn't quite reach. Or it's not enough that it's automatically, you know, setting off the microphone just by itself.
Right. Aside from obvious, obviously trying to keep as cool as possible. There was a possum on our back fence, but unfortunately was not able to find any suitable camera devices to actually get it.
That's different.
Let's just say that my phone's kind of. Let's just say that my phone has a bit of a focus issue when it's zoomed in.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going over to my aunt's house for 4th of July. Everyone's gonna be there. I actually went over there earlier today to mow the lawn because the weeds were starting to act up a bit. And as part of, we actually worked out a deal. Whenever I go over there to do yard work or to help out around the house, they buy me a meal. And in this case, we actually went down to the local Saturday market. Unfortunately, she couldn't find much of what she was looking for, but I did pick myself up a nice lemon chicken and rice plate. Like, if there's like a Saturday market near you, check out the food carts. They're pretty good. I mentioned that earlier, but I literally just remembered. Uh,
Let's see, major cooldown towards the middle of the week. Yeah, mostly normal, with the exception of Monday, as well as, well, how things generally have been.
yeah.
Whenever temperatures rise.
Ooh. 51% humidity on Wednesday. Ow. It's like, uh, yeah, sometimes it's not the heat that gets you, but the humidity. Apparently, it's supposed to be like 51% humidity today, but I'm not really feeling it.
S- 75. In any case, since it's the in any case, since this weekend's off is going to have a lot of festivities, I thought I would try to find some, try to find something relevant. And I had to go quite a bit, back in order to find it.
Yep.
Like back when I used to watch PBS pretty much on a regular basis. That was probably the second one that'll be the most relevant to this weekend.
Yep. Yes, this week we're looking at Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now, Percy, okay, I don't know if I have any experience with Clifford. Like, uh, yeah, my memory's just like not that great, and as far as cartoons and stuff goes, like I remember as far back as Cartoon Network, and we're talking like early Cartoon Network, where they were basically just going off of the archives that they bought. You know, the classic Looney Tunes and stuff. So yeah, for this week, I'm gonna be running off the wiki pages. So
Best to have the actual episode also on standby, just in case the
yeah,
whole thing isn't present.
yeah,
Because I know of some sites because I know of some pages that, well, aren't exactly complete per se.
right. Yeah, I'm running off the Clifford fandom wiki, which, as far as I can tell, it's like the closest. It's like basically, it's the Clifford wiki, basically. It's like this is what you have to work with. But yeah, like I guess Clifford, much like Pony Life, splits their half-hour runtime or whatever runtime into multiple stories. So starting things off is Clifford's Big Surprise.
Like I said, when Pony Life got started, I'm not. The formula wasn't new. The formula wasn't new when I. The formula wasn't new when things. The formula wasn't new, basically.
Yeah. So the episode the episode begins with Clifford finding a something new to play with. It's like one of those large floaty ring things that you find on a ship. Uh,
Yeah, there's two. Yeah, there's two things you would consider that normally, either an inner tube or a life preserver.
yeah. But I find it funny that the wiki calls it a large ship ring thingy. But it does point out that it can be used as a ring or a frisbee. Multi-purpose. But yeah, he wants yeah. Sorry, got a bit tired there. Uh, yeah, Emily Elizabeth, who I'll just be calling Emily from now on. Uh, I believe Emily is Clifford's owner. Like, Clifford is her dog, from what I could gather. But yeah, wants to play, but yeah, she's not around. So he starts poking around, trying to find her, looking all over the place. Like, checks the bedroom, checks the living room. Okay, the house isn't working. How about the park? The park, nothing. So, yeah, then okay, give me another sip of Pepsi. Maybe I just need to. On the side note, I've just been kind of tired today, so my brain is just kind of like, well.
And also, as the one who has the most experience with Clifford, I'll probably be filling a lot of the blanks per se.
Feel free. But yeah, after that, he notices that, hey, the fairies come in. Maybe everyone's watching it. So, we get a slight shift in scenery, and we find out that Emily is down by the docks. And she thanks Victor and Pedro, other characters that are there. Again, I don't watch Clifford, so, you know. But yeah, they got her a big crate of balloons. And then, yeah, she notices that, oh, hey, Clifford's coming. Yeah, I should hide these. And I picked up immediately, like, oh my god, this is party of one. Everyone's hiding the fact that they're throwing a surprise party for Clifford. That like, oh, Clifford will be all sad and depressed, and they'll spring the surprise party on him. Like, oh. I mean, okay. To be fair, with a title such as Clifford's Big Surprise, and hiding a big crate of balloons, it wasn't too hard to pick up on that.
Not exactly as over the top, but yeah, it is kind of a story format that's used quite a bit. It's used quite a bit. Dare I say that not just this, but also Dragon Tales were my earliest exposures.
So yeah, so
The only difference is that the surprisee, I'm hoping I've got that quite right. In Dragon Tales, it was a bit more of a. In Dragon Tales, the depression part was. Let me just grade this. Party of One took it a bit higher. Dragon Tales is sort of a few notches down. This, however, not quite as extreme.
this one is like, slight depression, and like slight unhappiness. Hey, look, the surprise! Woo! Yeah, they don't linger on it too long. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So yeah, Emily is hiding the balloons, and Clifford's like, playtime? Playtime? Emmy's like, yeah, sorry, I can't right now. So Clifford leaves, and maybe he can play with Cleo and T-Bone, other dogs that are in this show. Other dogs that are normal sized, to be more specific. So we cut to Cleo and T-Bone, and they're dragging a wagon around with a large bone. And like, hey, that'd be a great gift. And like, oh hey, Clifford's coming. Oh crap, hide the bone. But yeah, unfortunately, Cleo sends it down the street, so yeah, they got to try to get that back. And yeah, Clifford comes up and asks if they can play, but yeah, they're like, yeah, we have to head home and have T-Bone brush his teeth. Yes, brush his teeth. That's right, because he had onions for breakfast. Yes. Hanging out with the bear friend Terry. No, wait, sorry, wrong show. Yeah, so yeah, can't hang out with them. So Clifford's like, okay, gonna try to find something else to do. Maybe head down to the dunes. And we cut to Charlie and Samuel, other characters that exist. I hate to say it like that, but like it's one of those shows that they don't really establish. Okay, this is like episode what 10.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah, I was about to. Yeah, I was about to say it's one. Yeah, I was about to say partially the reason why I'm filling in the blanks is because we're a fair amount into the first season.
And I have missed all the establishing character moments. But yeah, so they have a large bone-shaped cake for Clifford. And oh hey, Clifford's coming. Oh crap, I have the cake. They manage to do so, but Sam ends up covered in frosting. So Clifford goes down to the shore, and he is so bored. No one wants to play. There's nothing to do. Like, okay, he starts playing with his toy, and okay, I can do this on my own. Fine, sure, whatever. But then he hears Emily calling for him, and yeah, but this is weird. She's not in front of the house, and he hears her call again, and oh hey, she's in the back. So she leads him around the back, and hey, there's a huge party going on, and basically explain like, yeah, we were trying to get this all set up for you. Happy birthday. So yeah, that was Clifford's big surprise. As I upped it, diet party of one. It hits a lot of the similar beats, but at least in this, Clifford doesn't seem like he's gonna stab someone.
Like I
So
said,
yeah,
like I said, did not take it to the extreme, and surprisingly understandable given the demographic it was aimed for at the time.
Yeah, now for the proper story for this week. The ears have it. Now, before I get into this, I want to make a little note on the video thing for the game I have showing. Now, you can't actually hear it, but I actually applied a sound patch to restore the SNES audio to the Game Boy Advance version. Because yeah, when they ported it over, as you may know, the Game Boy Advance didn't quite have the same sound ability. So yeah, there's actually a patch to patch it back to SNES quality sound. There's actually a similar patch for Final Fantasy VI. So whenever I get around to playing that, I might play the GBA version with the sound and graphics fix patches. Yeah, with 6, they actually brightened up some of the scenes because of the original Game Boy Advance didn't have a backlight, so everything had to be like more brightly lit. So yeah, this has been fun GBA game facts with sarcasm. Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
I have a feeling that's more. I have a feeling that's more along the lines of one title, multiple releases. As can surprisingly remember listening to GBA exclusive title soundtrack in regular speakers, and it's a major and it's not just good, but a major improvement over GBA speaks.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy 5 and 6, so I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but yeah, they announced the whole Pixel remaster thing, or Pixel remaster. However, as a result, they're taking the old versions of 5 and 6 down off of Steam, uh, like near the end of July. So if you still want to get those versions, now is the time to do so. Because they do actually have there are actually some mods for 5 and 6 on Steam, particularly for 6, which helps improve the graphics slightly and the interface. Because why did they keep a touchscreen interface on a Steam game?
Ah, yes, limited releases. That's still a thing.
Yeah. Also, apparently they're also taking it off of iOS. Haven't heard anything about Android yet. Then again, okay, I could get the games on the Android version games, or I could just run an emulator. But yeah, I'll just play the definitive versions of the games. Yeah, PSP for 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 4 is a toss up between DS and PSP. PSP has the after years and the integral mini thing, but DS has like the 3D graphics and like more added features. And of course, G5 and 6 for GBA, because they had like extra items, dungeons, and stuff. Yeah, I'm not playing 7, 8, or 9 on my phone. Like, yeah, I how do I say it? I draw the line at the 3D games. Like, yeah, not doing that on phone. Anyway, uh, yeah, finishing up that tangent. Yeah, the second half of the episode, the ears have it. So it's Founders Day on Birdwell Island, which is the place where they live. Because Clifford was too big for the city. They say so in the opening theme song.
Which, by the way, is basically a condensed version of some. As has been said, there are establishing episodes that go into some further details, including of course the getting getting used to the whole kaiju dog. I had to do that.
My mind was like, Clifford the Big Red Dog, the live action movie, directed by Stephen King. But oh god, no! You thought this was gonna be a fun, happy fun. No, it's a horror movie. Ah. I'm having way too much fun with this. But anyway, so Sheriff Lewis, a character, T-Bone is there too, but mainly Sheriff Lewis. Yeah, he's doing his thing, setting up the fireworks, but he notices a car parked by a fire hydrant. That's no good. Like, I mean, who wants to who wants to write up a traffic ticket, parking ticket on Founders Day? But it is in violation, so. Thankfully, Clifford and Emily come by. The sheriff asks if Clifford can, do a favor and move the car to a legal parking spot. And he does so. It's like, thanks. Yeah, can you do me another favor? Yeah, T-Bone's afraid of loud noises. Maybe he can hang around with Clifford today, if that'd be great. Yeah, thanks. Meanwhile, with Cleo, she's all dressed up for the festivities. Lots of colorful bows and ribbons. And, yeah, just for the occasion. Yeah, she goes off and joins up with T-Bone and Clifford. And, yeah, Cleo's gonna outshine the fireworks. And that causes T-Bone to whimper, because, yeah, don't mention the fireworks. Yeah, he doesn't like loud noises. And, yeah, Cleo's like, wait, why didn't you mention this before? But T-Bone's like, I didn't want you to think I was a scaredy cat. Like, but yeah, he doesn't want to be scared of loud noises, since he does like to see the fireworks. So the two of them decide to help him. So they take him to a construction site. And yeah, T-Bone does not like all the noise. And Clifford doesn't either. But okay, Cleo has a plan. If something makes noise at you, make noise right back at it. Or basically bark and howl at the noisy things. So yeah, Cleo does so, and then T-Bone joins in. And then Clifford. However, Clifford is big. Therefore, Clifford has big lungs. Therefore, he is very loud. And it actually disturbs the construction workers. But oh, okay, that's fine. So he yells again, and now it sets to some background music, and that causes everyone to start dancing. Like, hey, this is cool. But yeah, Clifford stops, and yeah, T-Bone is on the ground. Like, no, yeah, Clifford is a bit too loud. So okay, this doesn't work. This didn't work. Let's try something else. Okay, why don't we get him accustomed to loud noises gradually? So Clifford's like, boo. That doesn't scare him. So some quiet wind chimes. Okay, that's fine. But then Clifford blows really hard into the wind chimes and jingle, 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 jingle. And yeah, that really works up T-Bone. Like, no, that's no good. And Clifford even tries banging some cymbals, but yeah, no. Okay, final plan. Clifford is going to pick up a large crate. T-Bone doesn't like this plan because he knows it's going to make a loud noise. So Clifford drops the crate, and it makes a loud noise. But T-Bone is fine. He seems okay. Like, seems the hard work has paid off. Then the fairy comes by and blows the horn. And that got T-Bone all worked up again. And he runs off and is gone. So Clifford and Cleo try to get him out of his doghouse, and explain to him like, okay, we don't think you're scared of cat. Everyone's afraid of something. Like Cleo's afraid of the dark. That's why she has a glow-in-the-dark hedgehog toy. And Clifford doesn't like spiders. Even though, according to him, they're really friendly. Pussy, spiders are like, yeah. Like, not like scared, they're just like a gross, yeah. You know? But yeah, T-Bone thanks them, and okay, guys, if you want, you guys can watch the fireworks. He can stay home. Cleo's fine with this, and starts to go off. But Clifford's like, no, you stay. And Clifford is like, we're all gonna stay right here and watch the fireworks from T-Bone's place. And so they do so. And the fireworks are really nice, and T-Bone is wearing earmuffs so he doesn't actually have to hear them. And as the fireworks continue, the last one we see is a firework of Cleo, Clifford, and T-Bone. And that was the Eels Have It. Though, close enough to 4th of July episode. So, how were the episodes? Not bad. I mean, they're perfectly serviceable. If the first half reminded me of Party of One, this one reminded me of, I believe it was Scaremaster. I believe that's the one where Fluttershy was trying to, get accustomed to Nightmare Night. And like, yeah, this is fine and all, but like, I'll celebrate it my own way, Mm-hmm. Which, some of the thing here, I'm they're still all together, he's just wearing the earmuffs. and it has a whole similar thing of trying to, you know, work past your fears.
I should note the pictorial thing at the final image was kind of foreshadowed in a bit of a imagination sequence, which I should also point out happens quite often in the series.
Yeah.
And I've grown to love when animation does that, especially when it's a different different form. Say with Flash, it was a bit. Say with Flash when during parental guidance that was a nice touch, especially given I don't think we've seen any other anything like that from Flash, whether it's a fan project or.
Yeah.
Anyway, to a few more of those blank fi- to those two bit anyways to a few more of those blank fillings. We have the Liquid John Ritter as the voice of Clifford.
Let's see. Yeah, getting the wiki page up with the voice cast. Yeah, Emily Elizabeth is voiced by Gray uh, Gray Delisle. I think that's how you pronounce the name. It's,
Yes, and we're all familiar with her. Like the range.
Yep. Ooh, Powerpuff Girls seasons 5 through 6. Ooh, Vicky, Fairly Odd Parents. Daphne, What's New Scooby Doo. Ooh, Asuna and Avatar. Cool.
And of course, on Advance Scale, she was Epic Rage Time, the Incredible Derp.
Yeah. Hmm. Let's see now. Let's, Uh, yeah, John. Cleo voiced by Cree Summer.
Another one with an extensive repertoire.
Animated films, animated series. Okay. Elmira on Tiny Toon Adventures. Uh, something I recognize. Something I recognize. And number 5 on Kids Next Door. Cool.
On my end, even though this one is technically older, Penny from Spectre Gadget.
Nice. I'm Titus from Final Fantasy X. Len from 10 too. Uh, okay. Why don't I just move this tab over here? T-Bone voiced by Kel Mitchell. Oh, that Kel.
Yeah, I was about to
I
mention.
mean,
Yeah, I was about
I mean,
to. Yeah, I was about to mention a familiar Nickelodeon
I
person.
watched. I never watched the show, but like, oh right. Oh, there's Invisible Boy and Mystery Man. Oh, I like that movie. That was a fun movie.
And
Mm,
don't worry, by the way, for anyone who is curious, he is okay. He is at some point joined by Keenan.
that doesn't need to be the case. Okay, other relevant characters. Uh,
Our duo of dockworkers, Victor and Pedro, were voiced by Tony Plana, according to what I'm getting on IMDb.
uh, it's other voiced characters. Charlie is voiced by Gary Leroy Gray. Uh, hmm. It's AJ and the Fairly Odd Parents. Okay. Oh, he was on the Weird Al show. Cool. Yeah, not much I recognize.
On the plus side, both he and his father Sam have the right VAs. For
Yeah,
those who are for the ethnically centric, by the way.
yeah. Speaking of which, Samuel was voiced by Terrence C. Carson. Oh, Kratos. Also, Mace Windu in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I think half his filmography in the video game section is like Kratos and Mace Windu. I mean, hey, those are good roles. Like, good on him.
Yeah, few yeah, few interesting things I found in. One of the interesting things I find in Tony is Deep Space Nine.
Right. It's, Sheriff Lewis, voiced by Nick Jameson. What do he do? Ooh, he was Morbius in Spider-Man the Animated Series. Very cool. Emperor Palpatine in Star Wars: Clone Wars. Mind you, that's the original Clone Wars miniseries, not the actual long-running The Clone Wars.
To be kind of fair, it looks like he kind of made a bit of a comeback as Darth Dennar in the episode Kidnapped. Kidhapped. Blech.
Hmm. Cal Katarn in Star Wars: Dark Forces. Although, judging by for the video game section, I guess he got replaced in the later games. That's unfortunate.
I think it depends on the setting.
Hey, apparently the characters have three different voice actors. Only really stabilized in after Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, and its sequel. And then this. Okay, that's just a character they just couldn't keep a consistent voice for. Eh. Ooh, there's listening for a voice in the A Bug's Life video game. There's no voice listed. Like, who did he voice? It is a mystery. Same thing for EverQuest 2. Huh.
Yeah, that kind of thing has happened in some. Yeah, that kind of thing has happened in some credits. They'll credit the VA, then credit the VA. It'll take some time to find the role.
Yeah.
No idea if your frames of reference are mentioning them by name, but a couple of characters in the back, some of the characters in the back, some of the characters in the background of the party scene have some prominence. Two of which are the Bleakmans.
Hmm.
The Missus is a bit. The Missus is a bit. The Missus is a bit more accepting. Well, the Husband has a bit of an attitude.
Right.
But in this case, he sets it aside just to certain celebratory purposes. Emily's parents also present in the background of the party.
Yep.
Unmentioned, but Clear does get a few lines in the letter.
Hmm.
Also played by Cree.
Yep.
Continuing to attempt to fill certain continuing to try to attempt to fill certain blanks. Clear sort of a Ready Pinkie Pie-esque kind of character where part-time show dog, the other part is a kind of a fun side. In fact, one of her catchphrases is, "If I ever steered you wrong."
Yeah.
T-Pun, I dare say, is probably one of the more relatable characters throughout the show.
Yeah.
Sort of the average best developed kind of guy. of interest to further prove the implications that this is mostly American. Bourbon Island was inspired by Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts.
Huh. Okay.
And apparently they used to live in an apartment in New York City.
Hmm.
Let's see, back towards other establishments. Joe and Sam are couple housefoot, couple housefoot, couple housefoot residents, and also own a restaurant along with some other businesses on the pier. Those associations thankfully on the friendlier side of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Unseen in this instance, but he's also the soccer coach.
Oh.
Couldn't help but feel some family vibes with the wind chimes, because the grandmother on mother's side used to enjoy whenever chimes would play.
Yeah.
Also, to mention segments, at least in terms of the one that at least in terms of the source that we were using, because according to the official Wikipedia page, there were 5. I mentioned that one of these was trimmed partial, and I do notice that one of these is trimmed mostly for DVD releases.
Right.
But we had a speckle story in between episodes, which was also surprisingly relevant given the rise in temperatures.
Yep.
We had a big idea lesson segment, which I feel is quite relevant to one of the characters, at least in the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, at some point, we'll get to the rest of the series to further flesh out some of the details I've mentioned. But for now, best thing I could think of for weekend.
Fair enough. Yeah, about the game. So as you know, I was doing the 4-job fiesta, and the starting job that was chosen for me was the white mage. So pros, I can stay alive fairly easily. The downside is I don't deal much damage, which will be a bit of a problem later on.
But yeah, a bit of a correction regarding the joke mentioned earlier. Originally, it was David Bowers, but now it's Walt Becker, who surprisingly doesn't have a who thankfully has a bit of a who thankfully has a history with kids movies.
Okay.
Trying to use that term very loosely given his last outing.
Right.
But yes, just to calm things down a bit. Not a Stephen King thing. Let's see. Also on the desk, we have Kyle Busch running the Sunday race in Pennsylvania, along with Mustangs getting 4 more top tens.
Right.
Earlier in Superstar racing, out in Indiana, Ernie, Ernie Francis Jr. winning the overall event with Scott Speed and Casper Nimbus as your heat winners.
Right.
All episodes of the Visions anime set for a September 22nd release on Disney Plus.
I think I read about that. It's cool. Let's see. All right, so for some kind of gaming news, Summer Games Done Quick 2021 is actually premiering tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I'll be watching for the next week. Well, maybe depends on the schedule, not what they're playing. So, yeah, apparently James Gunn confirmed on Twitter that the previous Marvel shows were not a part of the MCU. Which, I mean, we kind of figured that anyway.
Couldn't have expected it in any case, but there is no knowledge of when the Amazon Lord of the Rings series will be finished in the filming process.
Right.
Gunn also has a list of villains that he considered for including in his Suicide Squad film. Life.
Yeah.
It's include Live Wire, Mr. Freeze, Deathstroke. Getting back to the MCU, we got more Funko Pops, Spider-Man related.
Hmm.
Superman and Lois season 1's wrapped filming.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
This sounds like a bit of a bold move. Megan Fox wants a role in either MCU or DCEU.
Oh, okay.
Filming commences for HBO's Last of Us.
Well, hopefully that goes well.
Apparently, there's going to be a Jameson version of Strange, according to official friends. According to merchandise.
Oh,
Renee Montoya to be reportedly interested in Batwoman season 3.
Hmm.
New Alien series by Noah Harley, not a Ripley story, wants to explore what happens with the inequality struggling with now isn't resolved.
Yeah.
Eyeing to begin filming next spring. Joey Lucas of our Autumn Gerald set to serve as cinematographer on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Put a bigger Martin Patton signed New Deal's return for Flash Season 8. New Cage film, Unbearable Weight, Massive Talent, next April. more Last of Us news. Nico Parker's been cast as Sarah.
Ah, okay, cool.
Franco resolves a lawsuit regarding minors. Tobias Menzies reportedly in talks to star as Sinestro in the HBO Max Green Lantern series.
Okay. Hopefully they'll do better this time. Mm.
Jamie Lee Curtis to receive Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement at Venice.
Hmm.
Jenkins and talks to join the cast of John Wick 4. GTA 6 coming 2025.
Let's be at least. Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Ooh, Director's Cut of Rocky 4 coming this November.
Okay.
relevant to what we just watched, but the trailer was released and looking interesting.
Yeah.
Guardians 3 eyeing to begin filming in November.
Yeah, that's good. Hmm.
Patrick Star coming this month.
Hmm. Hmm.
New John Wick and Aquaman films commence filming. If I got this right, we got something related to Beast Wars here. Ron Perlman casts his voice of Primal in Rise of the Beasts.
I did read about that. Like, okay, Beast Wars is pretty fun. That's like we'll see how they handle it.
Two-part Fast and Furious finale to begin filming January. So look, he's been into Fortnite.
Yep.
Gertrude and Winstead welcomed their first child together. Been interested in a Fast and Furious musical.
What? Oh dear. Oh, man. Hmm.
Apparently, Dawn, amongst others, is going to be making a bit of a comeback in Pokemon.
did hear about that. Yeah, bringing back clip characters, that's cool. Oh, apparently some merchandise revealed a new Spider-Man suit for No Way Home.
Notice that. I'm not saying it's possible, but getting strange symbiote vibes.
Hmm. A decent blend of red, black, and gold.
course, we're getting a lot of Gen 5 stuff, including the next annual.
Yep. And the voice cast. Like, okay, sure.
Gene Barrett's back on the writing department. Though I must say, out of the listings we got, I only recognize about 3 of these.
Yeah.
Vanessa, Vanessa, Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical.
Hmm.
James Marsden, who will be in both Sonic movies.
Yep.
And Phil Lamar. With a resume including Foster's Home as well as Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Others, I might be able to recognize some things on the resume, but otherwise...
Yeah, I'm thinking for next week I'll put together like a proper list of like, oh, that's what they're from. But yeah.
Like I said, only 3 stand out.
Yeah.
Galaxy Land Parts, the Mountain Canada, Hasworth, currently has Hasworth theme, complete with Dash Ride and Pony Carousel.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I saw that. Cool.
Looks like we have a generation merge with the Friendship Shine collection.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, I saw that. It's like, okay. Hmm.
Can't remember the last time I saw a species swap becoming canon, but new Spike book coming to Finland.
Oh yeah, that thing. That's a thing. Something about pony spike or something. And no indication that it might come over here because the author's, from over there, and so that may just be like a region exclusive book.
Someone's bound to translate eventually.
Yeah, true. Hmm.
Right, now there's our final goodbyes this week. John Langley, producer of Comps.
We also lost Philly Sampler, voice of Mimi from Digimon, and Taokaka from the BlazBlue games, or BlazBlue, however you pronounce it. Also, Adult Toll from Legend of Korra. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Also involved in Miraculous Ladybug, according to what I'm reading.
Yeah.
'56 Olympic bronze medalist hurdler Josh Culbreth. let's make an close this with Francie, American bread, third research France, 1981, particular juvenile winner.
Hmm. Yeah. Guess we should wrap up for this week because it is a bit late and yeah.
According to the lineup, the Kraken's going to become canon. So that'll be something interesting.
Yeah.
Till then, stay safe, stay well vaccinated, and we will hopefully see you next week. Take care.
See you later.